certainly you had to be a serious contender to be a good broker, and you had to just have the client's efforts just always foremost in your mind, but you still had to remember your insurance companies, that they relied on you to transfer the information. Well, I was the principal of a high school, called me in one day and said, was I going to be able to go to university? And I knew I wouldn't be able to. There was no money. And so he said, I have a friend who's looking for a young fella. And he said, I think you would fit in. So they set up an appointment. I went to see the senior partner, and he said, well, I wouldn't make a decision. He wouldn't make a decision, but he said, I'm well pleased that you fit into this job. And that was in 1936. And so the high school changed the curriculum around so that I would work half a day for 2 years in the mornings. I'd go to school in the mornings, and then the afternoons I would work in the office, and I worked Saturdays. And at the end of the 2 years, I got my matriculation and stayed in the business till the day I retired. So I'd been on a farm. My parents were farming, and I didn't see that as a way I wanted to run the rest of my life. So this opportunity was man-made for me. And learned to type. And I did that for approximately 2 years. I became quite a proficient typist. I was 18 years of age and taken out of high school for half a day, and they juggled the course to enable me to do that. And I decided I liked the business, and I stayed there until I joined up. Well, the broker word was not very commonly in use at that stage of the game. You were an insurance agent, and you were an agent of an insurance company. You might have 5 or 6 or 10 insurance companies, but it wasn't, the brokerage system was initiated but not well established. Belonged to everything in the community, the athletic association, the junior chamber of commerce, the baseball environment, basketball environment. I was a pilot in the Air Force. Just got back home on 15th of June of '45. Made a 30% partner within 4 days. I'd been away for 4 years, and gave me a percentage of the partnership. And then that lasted for a couple of years, and we incorporated, and I was made a full partner. Came back, and at the end of 4 days, they liked what they saw and said I couldn't work there for wages. I had myself 30% of the business. Well, it was very nice. You knew everybody, you knew their strengths and weaknesses. You, if you had a problem, most of them were friends, and you were certainly welcome in any of their homes to talk insurance or any of the other sports or things that you were involved in. Grew, but grew well. Grew well. Just contracts became broader, more coverage granted, and you were happier with your product you sold because people thought it was insured, it covered for everything. But it didn't. There were some exclusions, so it was a good fit for me. Attended the Insurance Institute. Had to come to Vancouver once a week in the winter months to the old King George High School across from St. Paul's, and 2 hours of classes, one night a week. Wrote the exams and just made yourself more confident. I retired in '63. I sold out in '58 and retired in '63. But then I went on into other jobs. I came on the board of an insurance company at that stage of the game, of an insurance company. Was very involved in development of property.
Hold on. I need you to say, to start off, when I sold my company.
When I sold my company.
Hold on. I was talking over. Go ahead.
When I sold my company, I was involved in developing property in a modest way. And then an opportunity came to go on various boards. The Cancer Control Agency, the Cumis Insurance Group, and I had lots of time for Masonic work and things like that. The appearance here today is that they invite me to these functions because I'm the oldest living past president, so there's nobody longer lived than myself, so take satisfaction from that. So I continued my involvement with the insurance business through the board of the Cumis Insurance Group. Well, it's you either believe in something, and I certainly did believe that the insurance business needed to be guided to reach the levels it has today. And I'm very proud to have had a part in that. I just think they're a great bunch, and I cherish the opportunity to meet again with this gang, and they invite me to this day once a year. I'm always invited to the annual meeting. Sometimes I go, sometimes I don't. But I have to say that it's been a very satisfactory lifestyle for me. John Babcock, Roger Odom, Ben Whitaker, Alan Finney, who's here today with Walter Siemens. Real wonderful people, just salt of the earth. And we've had associations going back 50, 60 years.
What makes them so special as leaders, do you think?
Well, they remained very human. They never lost sight of the goal was to protect people from serious loss, from all kinds of causes, and they're still doing it. Oh, so many, so many. Do you mean loss?
Well, the people that you've encountered, that just sort of struck your heart a little bit more that, hey, I did a good job, I really helped them.
Well, I think that my best memories are when you had a loss presented to you, and everything had been done perfectly by our office, and your client, recipient of the insurance check eventually, just had good things to say about you. No problems, just. So I enjoyed that. Well, in dollar ones, I guess it was the Queen Elizabeth High School. When it occurred, I was in St. John, New Brunswick, and got the phone call. I was ready to jump on a plane and come back, but told me I didn't need to. Everything was being looked after, so I carried on and had the rest of my holiday. Well, I think that you're believable, and as things unfold, your plans work out the way you set it out to be. Well, a genuine interest in doing the job that they're taking on, and the energy to pursue that and see that it's carried on. I would think they're prime requirements with integrity in you. No, we didn't even, we had a telephone that you cranked when I joined the firm in '36. You cranked it, and it was 8 parties on that line. And this was a business phone. So Cloverdale wasn't very big.
And you all written by hand?
Yeah, and a typewriter. Yeah, and we had an adding machine in there.
Now, since '63 till now, we've seen a big change in technology. What do you think of that?
Well, I've missed most of it because when I sold out, the only equipment we had was a fax machine. You know, you had a reproducing thing, but a fax machine. And now you look at it, and it's just unbelievable what's happened in that 30-odd years. Get to know as much as you can, as fast as you can, and apply it. Get in, put your heart and soul into it, get as much knowledge as you can, and the facilities are there for it, and do what you say you'll do. When you have the rewards of doing within yourself. But I would say that the satisfaction of a job well done should be, and the other rewards will follow. You know, the opportunities, the financial ends of it, partnerships, owning a business yourself, they're all there.
How about any rewards from the community or?
Well, to my knowledge, there never was an angry word directed at us. Now, people you had to say, well, you're claim was not covered. You didn't tell me you'd move from one street to another street, and so sometimes that happened. But I don't think we lost 1/10 of 1% through misalignment in that manner. Well, certainly I would encourage you to just put your best foot forward, learn as much as you can, belong to what things you can belong to and join, and if you make a commitment, follow it through, and you'll be successful.
That's perfect.
I just hope that all of you will find the time to come down and share in the festivities that your neighborhood's agent, broker, has put together for you. You'll be surprised what a nice bunch we are, and I hope you enjoy your visit. Come on down and help us celebrate. 100 years is a long time, and we want to make the best of it.